So today I'm going to talk to you about the importance of tagging topics and people. What's ideal? What does good look like? Well, really simply, when tagging topics people is so widespread, right, that there's an identifiable practice of tagging that's occurring within the organization. And it should be connecting people to people and people to information. That's actually a really important point. And people tag others in as a notifier to answer questions or to get work done. So you want to be able to see this prolific throughout the organization or throughout the conversations. And when tagging starts to form a pseudo language within your organization, it's kind of this default method of communication that people understand what it means, right? And there's a suite of common tags that directly relate to the business outcomes. So this is what good looks like, right? It's prolific. We're tagging in people, we're tagging in topics, and we can actually start to identify the themes and the conversations or the trends that those tags point to, and the outcomes that are driven by those tags or those tags are actually pointing to. Now, how do you know if it's missing? Quite simply, there's either a complete absence of tagging or it's done ad hoc, right? So it's not really there's no coordination to it. They're always different if they're there at all. Like they may be completely absent, or sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. There's no real common language. It kind of, it's not as coherent. It's not as built in or baked in as part of the DNA of the community, right? It's still evolving to that point. Now, quite simply, questions also go unanswered, and there's no way of following important topics. The tags used have no relation to business outcomes. So these are the different ways that we know that it's missing. So what's the impact to the community? People miss important information, right? If you can't follow the topic, you don't get the information you want. If people aren't tagging you into it, you're going to miss things, right? Questions go unanswered. Again, that's a big thing. And our ability to connect to relevant information is diminished greatly. So we're starting to limit the value that this platform can offer our business. Our ability to connect across silos and to solve and innovate is minimized, and identifying trends becomes very, very difficult. And it becomes hard to track the effectiveness of the initiatives that we run, and as a consequence, we can't really start to track that ROI piece. So tagging strategically is really, really important, be it people, be it information. Now, what are the causes? Realistically, there's a couple of things. One is that people don't know exists, or our education programs are weak. Also, it can also mean that leaders are yet to define a common language around the areas of focus that they want to drive themselves, right? So those really are the three main causes. Now, how do we respond to this? So we need to create a culture of tagging, but how do you go about it? Start to identify the medium and long-term interests of the business that we can build topic tags around. So vision, mission, values, these sorts of things. Could be around behaviors, could be around major training initiatives, those sorts of things. Also identify the short-term initiatives and events that topic tags can be created. So it could be winning, it could be the World Cup, it could be about sales month, it could be any of these things. So start to look at what are those short-term sprints that a tag can be used. Identify everyday opportunities for celebration and or improvement. So hashtag win is a good one, right? Hashtag staff legend or something like that. Like these things that we can actually start to build in day to day make a big difference. And we can develop a campaign that promotes and incentivizes the use of tags. Also, the other thing you can do is you can start to make sure that tagging is used as part of induction and our training materials. So there's really simply is 5 little things that you can do to start to build a culture of tagging today. So a couple of tips when you're going about this. Create a tag matrix that can be sent around the organization, stuck to desks, those sorts of things. Promote tags in communication materials. This can be posters, it can be emails, those sorts of things. Build it up so there's an awareness, it's in front of people. Help senior leaders to start using them. So we know that modeling behavior is a big one. Get the leaders to start to model the use of tags and to tag people. Review our advanced materials for more information. So we've got some advanced content around developing tag strategies and those sorts of things. So please have a look at those materials. If you want more information, please join the conversation at bittleaccelerator.com. You can also follow me on Twitter. Please use the BittleAccelerator hashtag and email ask us at bittleaccelerator.com if you want more information or have questions. Thanks very much, everyone.